Hi, I'm Kevin Allen Jackson. On behalf of my co-hosts Isaac Simpson and Maria Perry, I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Short on Shorts. Our special guest reviewer this week is Kim Adelman, author of Making It Big in Shorts, the ultimate filmmaker's guide to short films. And today we're reviewing The Saint of Dry Creek, directed by Julie Zammarchi. Make sure to check it out before watching our review at the link in the description below. Enjoy the movie and our review.
Our last and final film is Kim's pick, The Saint of Dry Creek. It is written by Patrick Haggerty and directed by Julie Zammarchi, starring Patrick Haggerty and Robin Boland, and is produced by StoryCorps. It's an animated version of a StoryCorps story about a young gay boy and his cattle farming father. It's a very charming, heartwarming tale with a twist you might not expect. I would highly recommend it for people in a bad mood. It's like a little nugget of joy. So Kim, why'd you pick this?
I love that you called it a nugget of joy. I actually love animated shorts where it's somebody telling a story and then an animator has animated the story. And so it's an animation and a doc, and it's a feel-good piece. I saw it at Sundance. It was one of my, I review short films for IndieWire from Sundance, and this was one of my 5 must-see films.
Great. So what I mean, it struck you.
No. I'm just thinking about the fact that I actually really like animated short films that are somebody telling a story.
Yeah,
too.
it's a nice
One of
genre.
my favorites of all time is the Doc Ellis one. Have you seen
Yes.
that one?
Oh, I do love
Doc Ellis
that.
and the LSD no-hitter.
It's
a
a no-no, the no-no.
Oh yeah,
right.
the LSD no-no.
Yeah.
Great short film, which you should check out. And this sort of, I thought of this.
Yeah.
I thought of that when we
There's a
watched it.
lot of them that are like that, where a story is told in animated, and you can do so many different things with the animation.
Right.
This is very traditional animation, but I just think it's a delightful film and very heartwarming, and it's part of the It Gets Better project too, so it has so many levels to it.
Right.
Yeah, this reminded me of David Sedaris
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it is it's not, I'm pretty tired of being beaten over the head with like PC stuff.
Right.
And this had a twist. I was like, oh my God, when I started watching it, I was like, I do not want to hear about this. But then it has this great twist where it's like totally conscious of that.
Yeah.
It's like conscious of itself, and it has a really cool message to it. So I really did enjoy it a lot. What do you know about StoryCorps?
I actually don't know that much about StoryCorps. I discovered this film as part of the Sundance Festival. I didn't know this whole history of what StoryCorps does. But they have this project that they're recording all these people's histories. And then they're having animators and different people take those parts of it. And then a lot of it is on the radio at NPR. I guess people hear the stories on
that's
NPR.
what I don't know if is it NPR or is it one of the local affiliates that's actually producing it?
StoryCorps actually produces
StoryCorps,
it.
it's its own thing.
Oh, it's its own thing that winds up on NPR.
Yeah, like they're
Okay,
disseminating them in all different kinds of ways, and the NPR is part of it. So it's somebody's oral history.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite
Oh,
similar
no,
to
I think it's on like case.
It's on all the NPR. It's syndicated
KPCC on like
all
Sundays
on all.
or something like that.
Yeah, StoryCorps, I don't know if it's a nonprofit or not,
I think
but
it
it's
is.
kind of like The Moth, except it's for, I think, generally non-professional storytellers, for them to kind of tell their stories verbally.
Yeah, they're collecting all these things across America.
Yeah, which is, it's a pretty
Oh, it's
cool
great.
thing.
I mean, I do listen to it on NPR, and it's really interesting. And
Yeah.
because that's how I knew it, I do this thing where I don't look at the credits at all.
Oh, okay.
My first reaction was that maybe it was a fan film, which would have been amazing.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been?
Right? Like if someone made like a fan film out of a StoryCorps story would be fantastic. The fact that they did it themselves is fine. It's cool too.
Yeah.
But
It was a professional animator doing this. But like, the Eddie Izzard Star Wars one that the fan did it out of Lego. Like, I love that. That's when it's delightful, when somebody indeed.
Well, but the interesting thing is that there are fans of this short film, and from the StoryCorps short films, I've seen GIFs running around on Tumblr, and I've seen people like talking about it and sharing it. So I'd actually seen this short film before you picked
great.
it, and not because of Sundance, but because it was floating across my social media dashboards.
Right.
So isn't that amazing how it can get out there in so many different ways?
It's really awesome, and I don't see a lot of short films that way, just because that's not the sort of thing that's generally shared by my friend circle. So the fact that this one just made it stand out all the more for me.
Yeah, I have to say that's actually, given the twist, I guess we don't want to say what the twist is.
I don't think that's wrong. It's not a film that really needs a twist.
It's
my pick. I'll ruin it. It's sweet. It's a story about growing up in a rural area, back in the 50s, and
Right.
so Patrick as a child was at a play, and he has glitter on, and he invites his father to come see the performance, and the father shows up because he's a dairy farmer, looking terrible and like a dairy farmer, and so Patrick's embarrassed about his father, and then the twist is that the father accepts the son, however the son is too.
Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't just accept him, he tells him to accept himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Which is just, came out of nowhere. Like, that was very surprising. By the way, should we tell people who Patrick is? It is the Patrick Haggerty.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that at all.
Oh, Patrick Haggerty was in I'm almost positive it's the same guy. He was the guitarist in a band, I think he still is, in the first country band to release a gay-themed album.
Oh, wow.
If it's the same Patrick Haggerty, which I have to assume that it is.
It does seem to point to that,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
But,
Well, all Patrick Haggertys are great. Let's just say.
Patrick, you're
Besides
awesome.
the serial killer. All right. Well, again, if you're having a bad day, definitely check out this movie.